righty. Well, speaking of things that are going to happen, we got to talk for just a minute about the effort by the BBC on this program. The big advertised match was the BBC against the Lucha Brothers. And BBC, of course, being Claudio and the Plumber in this one. And the BBC, as usual, come out through the crowd, but the Lucha Brothers attack them from behind and they get started. Immediate dives. And what, Brian, are the Lucha Brothers doing now that is different from what they have done for the past 4 years on television every time you see them?
Nothing.
Same moves, same matches, same kind of stuff. There's no great promos, no memorable personal issues.
No, whether they're heel or face, it's the same thing usually.
Just a lot of moves. Well, they did some more moves. And the match was horrible, and I think the fans realized it at a couple of points.
I was surprised. Again, this is Ohio, how silent they were from Moxley throughout the match.
Well, it's Columbus, and they know the people down in Cincinnati are just, well, they're no good, dirty scum. But Moxley is the worst wrestler in the world. I noticed that again.
He's so bad, and every time we say that, some like weird, lonely person will be like, how out of touch do you have to be to say that about Jon Moxley? Well, because we watch him. We actually watch what he does, and he's really bad at being a pro wrestler. It's just that some of you like his personality because you believe it.
I have working optic nerves, so I can see what Moxley is doing, and he gets on those nerves. So Penthouse made a comeback. They went back and forth. There were more tags in and out. It would not end. And then Moxley and Penthouse got in the middle of the ring, and they did the chop trade on each other on purpose without selling 40 chops in rapid fire. Then nobody took a bump from any of that. They continued to do more moves. And I wrote Moxley is a fucking complete mark. Not only for himself, but he's just a mark.
And every match we have the spot where he's trading chops with someone. Or forearms.
Oh, yeah.
Every single match.
And then, did you like the Lucha Brothers Spike pile driver?
Did I like it? Did you like it?
So, Penthouse gets fucking... Was it Moxley? Yeah, I guess it was.
It was Moxley.
Yeah, up in a position for a pile driver, and Felix is going to come off the buckle and give him the spike, and Felix jumped off and went right past them. Completely right past a stationary target, and fell in a heap to the side of him, and then he just pile drived him anyway. For a 2 count. And there was no pop on the kick out because it was so obvious that they had just fallen in a heap. And then Yuta interfered in front of Aubrey Ed, and that made Alex and Yuta get in a fight, and Felix dove on Yuta, and Moxley, the camera missed how exactly this happened. I never caught it. The announcers had to catch up with it afterwards because they didn't see it to begin with. But Moxley rolled Penthouse up, and at the same time, somebody, Moxley, I guess, or whoever, had pulled Penthouse's mask off. So when Moxley rolled him up and pulled the tights, that was the 1, 2, 3 because Penthouse had his hands covering his face. And then the BBC got more heat, in quotation marks, on the Lucha Brothers, which was rotten because it looked like shit. So they just beat him and beat him up. And there you go.
They missed the mask spot, which had to be explained after the fact. They've given Yuta more wins over more people than he should ever have. Has it helped him? Does anyone care about him? He's just a little kid at ringside for these guys. And the match was not good. So, no, not good. Another segment, I give it 4 on the scale.
Wait a minute. Hold on here 1 second. Or maybe even... Or possibly...
Can you cut any of those short? If it was instead of 4 farts, it was 4 3/4 farts.
Hold on. Let me try. No, it won't go short.
All right, well, 5 farts. That was a 5 fart match.